Now with open eye and clear mind, now to welcome una come on top the portmanteau today. This is another show where we tell una say they get in mind to chook mouth for all the matters where other programs they not they fit chook mouth put. And as now they see I'm not me, Osagiato, that fine, proud Benin boy. Well, of now they call talk, na justice in that here. So, and today we get better matter where enter inside the portmanteau. The guest where we carry come on top the show today, and I guess where all of una go like to talk to. Now I guess where all of una go like to send one or two messages to. These guests come from that sector where all of us as Nigerians we not dey too happy with them because since the beginning of this country, and I be like say they know they do well for Nigeria, and that is why we say make we carry this man come on top the portmanteau today. May he currently tell us why the sector where they work with they know they do well for this country Nigeria. As now they hear wetin I dey talk, so I know so now go don dey guess for una mind say which sector be that, you know now and I know. The oga don dey our studio already by himself. He go come talk the sector where he dey work for. I really bring am come the show so that he go come tell us the many things where they face and the things wey make them no dey do well for Nigeria, despite as Nigerians dey make effort reach and they know how important dem dey to the development and to the growth of this Nigeria, especially for the economy, for economic matter. If their own sector no dey behave well, there is no way where Nigeria economy go ever improve, because economy solely or massively depend on that their sector to improve for Nigeria. And that is why we say this man must come, make he come narrate, give us why their sector not they do well. So make una not go anywhere. I just want to rush collect my coffee. When I come back, the guests I'll come introduce and give una, then me with I will come start the conversation about the sector where in they represent. I too now they notice and I see the cup where I think they take coffee now don't talk kurupi. Of his motilo, who no cut in coat according to a cloth now it go enter problem for this country. The way where Nigeria they go now nobody they advise anybody again. The whole situation self they advise you by yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when I welcome back again. Question where I want to ask. You get where I did recently. Now woman talk this thing. Woman. Say for Nigeria where we did today, so he say nobody where go ever vow say he not they cheat. Oh my mind can say so for Nigeria now cheating now don't become one kind of thing where everybody don't involve themselves in, because when me they grow our papa they always tell us do not cheat your fellow human being, not cheat this, not cheat that, not even involve yourself for cheating. Now this woman now with her full chest too, now she dey shout say nobody as Nigeria day today go talk say he not dey cheat. So that one I can reason I can say okay make a carry come on top the portmanteau today, make all of us make we get this conversation together. Me I don't cheat, I don't go lie. I don't involve myself in cheating once or twice like that. I not cheat individual. Me I cheat system. Don't get me wrong. I cheat system. That's full mature system. Me I cheat. She understand. I remember that time where they blow me. You know things not today pure for my side. She understand. So bills just they run every day. So I don't look at now one person nice to give me the code to say talk just do your meter like this, the thing not go read again, or e go dey read but e go dey read slow no matter wetin you use for the house, your meter no go read fast. All this electrician adugbo the electrician adugbo now give me sorry those of that one I no hear Yoruba. Electrician adugbo means all those area electrician where we dey always call say can't do this, can't do that. Now give me that scope electrician adugbo. Now he say if I turn my meter like this, that analog meter, so if I turn my meter like this, the thing not go dey read. Now myself can go turn meter. Oh boy, true as I turn the meter, me wey be say that time dem dey give me bill per month 3,500 3,200. So as I come turn the meter the way the guy say make I turn the meter, they come dey give me bill 800 500. The bill too much, e go be 950 per month. My mind come dey sweet. no be one day I comot, I no dey house. Those guys, those NEPA guys, that time when they go read meter for people house, na the guy come our compound come read meter. I no dey, I lock meter. Oh God, when they see am, my brother, you know as all these NEPA people dey do now, once they just catch one person like this, they go sound the alert for the whole worldwide, make them know say they don catch one person. Na so they carry my matter up. Omo, if you see truck wey they carry come our compound now, they come take disconnect my light. After they disconnect my light, then they come, in short, they almost carry the meter that day, say because I go turn meter no dey read, say I dey cheat the system. Shey understand? So most of the times people dey cheat, people dey do the wrong thing for Nigeria, but na the consequences na we no dey always put into consideration. When you cheat, definitely cheating get consequences, honestly. And one thing wey I want make we understand be say there is no way where that bad thing wey you do and the consequences go be the same, go be equal. Never. Consequences dey always dey more grievous than the offense wey you commit. Imagine my own scenario now. Na meter I just turn meter make e no read well. Because of that thing now, dem cut the full compound now, because all of us dey connected to one pole. NEPA people cut our wire, dem carry am go their office. So all the whole compound get to go NEPA office, come go dey plead, we come pay fine before they come restore the wire. My brother, since that I no gree cheat any facility again or cheat any system again. So make we dey consider the consequences of wetin we dey do. We know say country hard, everybody dey find corner ways where they wan take dey make things easy for themselves. But why you dey find corner ways to make things easy for yourself? No use am, no do am in a way where be say you go dey cheat the system, or you go dey cheat your fellow brother or your fellow sister. I don tell una before say our guest dey inside the studio, and as I take tell una that time say the person wey we carry come studio na one person wey dey represent that sector where I know say all of us for this country not too happy with, because of the way where they run their things. We not dey satisfied with them, and that is why I say okay, make we bring this oga come studio, make him come tell us wetin be their problem, wetin be the main thing where they make that their sector no fit live up to expectation, or no fit come up to their core responsibilities as demanded of them. So ladies and gentlemen, una no get am twisted, I get my very own big oga inside our studio here, and na one man wey I like so much. This man pepper me o, he pepper me o. That story wey I tell una earlier on, say I go dey turn meter, na dem come cut my wire. I don tell you that story no be so. He follow, na him lead the team when they come cut my wire. Small thing remain, dem for carry my pole go that day. I get the undertaking manager for Ikeja Electrics, Odogunyan undertaking office, where they for Ikorodu here. In a senior manager for the company, so he don gather over 20 years experience for power downstream sector. This oga collect BSc for economics from Edo State University, where he domicile for Ekpoma. From there he come migrate enter Lagos here, come collect another one wey they call masters for economy for Unilag, that one wey dey for Akoka. Recently they just elect am as the branch president for Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies, that one we all know as SAEC, Ikeja Electric branch. God bless this oga with fine woman and better children. Ladies and gentlemen, make una not get that twisted. I get my own very oga here, my very own man, Oga Dennis Esevagbon. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Ogami.
Thank you for this great opportunity to come to your studio to analyze some issue. My good listener, I want you to be attentive to this discussion, and I believe you are going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Oga, make we not waste too much time. People get so many perception about una. To me, I go tell you the truth. People not happy with the way where una dey run una things for Nigeria here. Oga, me first one wey I want ask you now be say, some people they argue against una, say una no dey do well. For that gathering, I dey like some people still dey support una. dem dey support una like say dem no support una, you understand? And they talk say say no, say power sector, say no be the people wey dey work there, say no be their fault o, say why dem no dey do well, say na certain things na dey responsible. They say one, systemic sabotage. This man wey dey talk, so he dey form say he know things well about una. He say systemic sabotage e dey among the things wey dey worry una. He say two, he say personal interest. He say because people wey dey import generator for Nigeria na dem get that personal interest say electricity must not work for Nigeria. Then he say three, he say politics. Then he come refer us to one senator that year wey be say when dem wan deregulate the power sector, the senator come say look, make dem take sense deregulate power sector, say make dem use nitel do example. Say na the regulation dem dey regulate nitel, na government take lose nitel give public and private organization. So say so to deregulate power sector, make dem use that one as example. Because another thing wey dey worry una na corruption. Say that sector dey too corrupt, e too corrupt, and that one come wetin come protest im point na wetin EFCC oga talk recently. He say the corruption wey dey for power sector, he say if dem open am up, say e go make small pikin cry. So oga mi o, all this one wey we line up, so which one exactly na dey disturb una for that una organization?
Okay, thank you very much. This was a very tight question for me. I will start from the point of view of systemic sabotage. Every sector, whether you like it or not, there's no perfect sector in anywhere. But for issue of power sector, it's not just a thing that just come of recent. It's a thing that have been a pipeline for over 3-4 decades, I would say. It's just a problem that the past leaders have not actually articulated their priority to solve. Power sector in every country, every nation, ought to be a sector where capital is being, budgeted to ensure that the infrastructure of power sector are on. Over 3 decades now, the generation of power has not exceeded 5,000 megawatt, where we have population that is growing geometrically on yearly basis, and the power supply still remains stagnant. So the issue is this: is there any sabotage? Yes or no? Is there any political interest? I will say yes. I will also say no. Is there what I will say interest, personal interest? I will say yes, but I also say no, in a sense that these are external factors that, as a stakeholder in that industry, I won't be able to say, because I'm not having a fact of this. So I won't be able to speak holistically that there are certain factors that are affecting the power sector in Nigeria. But however, it is clear to everybody that there is need for this sector to be for the government to concentrate more effort to ensure that we light up the nation. Having said this, when it comes to downstream sector, it's a different business entirely. We have the electricity chain, value chain. Okay. We have the generation, we have the transmission, and we have the distribution. So the downstream sector is the distribution sector. How does the whole thing works? When generation generates electricity, as we speak today, we have over 15 independent generation company in Nigeria, and when you put all their generation together, it's still not more than 5,000 megawatts. And this is a nation that has population over 250 million of people, and we are still scrapping to have 5,000 megawatts. It's not even constant. Sometimes it drop. That brings it about the recent outages that you have been seeing. What causes that? Because the system cannot absorb all the demand from the consumers. So as a result of that, there will be a system collapse.
Okay.
And that's what we are experiencing today.
Okay, that's fine, sir. Sorry, no talk say I stop you there. Wetin I want talk now. When during the last administration, the former Minister of Power, that's Babatunde Raji Fashola,
Yeah.
he said something that was so prominent. He said, generating electricity is no more our problem. That was what Fashola, that comment was attributed to him. He said generating electricity is no more our problem. He said, but the problem are with the discos, that they don't have the capacity when it comes to equipment capacity and technology capacity to distribute the electricity. So that is why Nigerians are still having problem with electricity supply.
Well, I don't want to believe that. I have not heard him saying so. Probably, maybe I'll go for research and to see whether it is true. Let me say very point blank. Until we have enough electricity generation in Nigeria, this problem we are seeing today will still continue. Yes, I have said it over the years. There was total neglection in terms of infrastructural development in power sector. Just as I have said, after you generate electricity, you need to evacuate that electricity from the generation plants. That's where you have the transmission company.
Okay.
These are the people that transmit electricity generated to the discos. So if transmission cannot wheel the energy from generation to disco, there will be a problem. So major problem we are having today is basically the generation and the transmission. We need supply. We have customers that can actually absorb this thing. But when the product is not in the hand of the disco, what would they give to customers? So it is our utmost desire that we give our customer 24 hours supply, right? So is that supply available? The answer is no.
The transmission companies now are the ones lagging.
We have problem from the generation.
Okay.
If we have adequate supply, we won't have this frequent breakdown, system collapse that we have been experiencing of recent. What does that tell you is that there are more demand than the supply.
That's pressure.
So, yes, when demand overshadow the supply, then there will be problem. So that's where we are having problem. So if we can have a stable generation and we have the equipment from the transmission to evacuate the supply to the disco who are retailers that give it to the end users, there will be problem. Yes, disco might have problem in terms of infrastructure, breaking down of feeders, transformers. These are things that can happen, but they are not the major problem.
Okay, now the TCN, which is the transmission company, is it possible, since they are not living up to expectation, is it possible to succession them?
Well, transmissions unit of electricity value chain is very critical, and that is why government has been so skeptical about probably privatizing the transmission. Number one, as we speak today, we have what we call grid system supply, where every power generated from this unit of generations comes together. Then the transmissioners see, oh, we have 4,000 megawatts. They begin to distribute it to various regions. Okay. So I think government does not want to put that in the hand of the private because as we speak, whether you like it or not, electricity is still supposed to be a social amenities for the people. Good. So if you leave it to the hand of the private firm, I don't think the poor man in Nigeria today will still have electricity. So I see based on that, the federal government has not been able to really take a decisive decision on how we can unbundle the TCN. But however, they are being regulated by NEC. The operation is being regulated by NEC to ensure that there is equity in distribution of this supply. So basically, the core situation today in power sector still lies on this transmission. You understand what I'm saying? Because most times the generation, we have electricity to evacuate, but we don't have the right infrastructure to distribute.
Una don dey hear am now from the horse's mouth, as oyibo people dey talk am. Say na TCN go na be our problem for this country. Make we take this short break. When we come back, we will go enter the second part of this conversation, and that one I concern you and me well. Where that one I go talk about tariff, that one go talk about the band where they bring come out, and that one I also go talk about how much government they invest into electricity and whether they really they see the dividend of their investment on electricity. Make una no go anywhere when you come back. This na still the portmanteau today. That show where we dey tell una say they get the mind to chook mouth for all the matters where other programs they know they fit chook mouth. But if you never subscribe, give us on top YouTube. Wetin you dey wait for? Just search the portmanteau TV. You go see us for YouTube there. Click the subscribe button. Click that button where be like bell, so that you sef go join the set of VIP people where go dey receive a lot of every new episode where we dey drop. Like we dey always tell una, you get any program where you want announce, or you get market where you dey feel say you wan make the whole world follow you here, or you get any agenda where you dey push, or you get any program where you wan run and you dey find where you wan run the advert, carry am come give us on top the portmanteau today. Our marketing department number dey show for your screen, so just call them, they go book appointment with you. So say your product don enter our studio be that, and so we'll take help you loud am for the whole world to see. Okay, now make we not talk too much. Oga, you are welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to make reference to our past leaders. When Obasanjo was there, it was after he left that news filtered about the huge amount of investment he made on electricity. At the end of the day, we did not see the dividend of that investment. The only president now that I am seeing that has made a valid investment in electricity in power sector is Jonathan. And that President Jonathan, that was when he was building this IPP, in regions and all over the places. And that was what also gave birth to the distribution of all those small transformers, you understand, which also made it easy for electricity distribution across board. You understand? Since after then, I don't think there is any other president. Like the last administration, it's like they took us back 25 years in terms of electricity. Will it be fair to say other presidents after Jonathan neglected the power sector?
All right. Just as you have rightly said, every government have their priority when it comes to what they want to do in terms of their manifesto. Just as you rightly said, during Obasanjo, there was very huge investment in power sector. Obasanjo actually wanted to address the deficit of electricity in Nigeria. But in a way, just you have said before in your introduction, there's always going to be some element of sabotage where you see good intention of the government. So after Obasanjo, Yar'Adua came briefly, we couldn't see any meaningful thing then until Jonathan. I can tell you, Jonathan actually have good intention when it comes to power sector. This is the only man that was able to implement the strategy of unbundling the power sector as we are seeing today. He took it upon himself, where you have to sell all the assets of the then PACN.
Okay.
Yeah, it is during Jonathan that you have all the discos sold out to private sector, GENCOs sold out to private sector, except the transmission. So when you have a new government, there's one of the problem in Nigeria today is there is no continuity of previous administration. If Buhari, when he came on board, had continued with where Jonathan stopped, today we will have a better electricity network in Nigeria. So that does not happen. Just as you have said, he had what you call a NIPP project where his intention then was to make sure that every community, or probably a set of a community, have one transformer instead of having this general transformer, having about 500 customers in one transformer. So he felt that if he can do that, it will, at least the issue of breaking down of transformer today, tomorrow will have been solved. We call that AVDS transformers. So he came up with a very fantastic framework on how to solve the distribution sector of the electricity. But however, his successor did not look at it that way. So I can say that he actually did well. Jonathan did well. Buhari, when he came aboard, was majorly focusing on generation. He was majorly focusing on generation and the transmission, in the sense that the distribution sector of the power sector has been privatized. And when a system is privatized in their own context, they assume that the investors in DISCO should invest in their infrastructures, in expanding the network. So that is where we are now. Even this government, Tinubu government, is concentrating on generation and transmission, right? So if this is being done, they are assuming that the investors should inject capital to expand their network. But we also see some intervention from federal government since Tinubu have come on board, trying to assist DISCO, giving them loans, giving them grants that will help them in their operations in their various DISCOs.
Since then, this Tinubu administration came into power, we have witnessed several reforms in the power sector. One of the prominent ones is this introduction of different bands. You understand? Band A, Band B, Band C, Band D, even up to Band E. You understand what I'm trying to say? And these bands now, you discover that their electricity supply to certain band more than the other daily. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then people in that Band A that are paying higher tariffs, like they claim, they are also still complaining that they have not been different, that they don't have electricity like, we that are in Band D or Band E think they are having. And another thing that I noticed is that people are now using it to catch crews or to show for their level. You understand? When they say, which band are you? You say, I'm in Band D. They will look at you like somebody who have not make it in life. But when they say, which band are you? You say, I'm in Band A. People will shrug after you. Big boys, you understand? So I was cracking a joke that recently I was talking to a lady, and the question she asked me was that, before I can go out with you, which band are you? And I told her I'm in Fela band. I said I'm in Fela band, Egypt 80. So we laughed at it like that, we make jest of it like that. But what I want to ask is that, what significant difference has the introduction of these bands brought to your service deliveries?
All right. Thank you very much for this question. I think I actually expected this question from you. Yes, because this is one of the things that is in trend now in Nigerian society. Now, what does band actually means? Just as I've told you, we have not been able to differentiate between public sector and private sector. As we speak today, distribution sector of power sector is being privatized. And what drives private firm is profit.
Profits.
Yes, profits. So until we have cost-reflective tariff, DISCO cannot work. The DISCOs cannot work. What does it mean? We all see what is going on today in Nigeria. If energy is the price of fuel is increasing, the price of diesel is increasing, the price of kerosene is increasing, and the price of gas is increasing. Why do you think that the price of electricity should remain the same? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Number one, how do you produce electricity? It's through gas. The 80% of our electricity today is through thermal system, right? So they buy gas in dollars, they produce, and they send to the market. Transmission transmits, and it goes to the distribution. So you expect distribution now to sell below the cost price, and that is what is happening. And this federal government say no, we don't even have money. Before now, power sector was receiving some what they call, they are being subsidized.
Yeah,
they are being subsidized, and that cover actually some of the issue, the cost, operational cost of the discos. The reason why people are not seeing it, the nakedness of the private sector of the discos. So now, when Jagaban came on board, he tried to remove hand from subsidy. He did that to the oil sector, and he's also doing it in the energy sector. So one of the things that prompted this cost reflective tariff was that they wanted the system that will attract more investment.
Okay.
So if government continue to subsidize a private sector business or company, there's no way a investor can come in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if investors cannot come in, there is no sustainability of the subsidy that government is given to discos. So what now happen? They have to classify the products. Even myself and you will know, we travel by air. Sometimes we have the economy side, we have the
first class
and the first class,
business class and
so
economy.
We have different products everywhere as a private sector. So now, what does band A, B, C, D means? Now, the sector look at it that there are some people who can actually consume 20 to 24 hours a day. And if you are giving them 20 to 24 hours a day, that means that they will never on their generator again. Right? So that leverage or that benefit must have a cost. That was why you see we move from one level of tariff to another. So what does all of this is talking about is cost reflective tariff, in the sense that let there be a tariff that can bear the cost of production, the cost of transmission, the cost of distribution. And when that is inculcated into your tariff, then the business can boom. Then the customer can boom. Now, we will now attach value to your tariff. Those who are enjoying 24 hours supply, this is your tariff. Those who are enjoying 16 hours, this is your tariff. Those who are enjoying 12 hours, this is your tariff. Those who are enjoying 8 hours, this is your tariff. It cannot be the same. You understand? We have band A to band E. E should enjoy at least minimum of 6 hours. So we have classified it in a way that it will suit the consumption pattern of our various customers.
Okay, we go hang am here, but we never finish on this matter.
All right.
You understand? When I come back, we'll come talk as una take arrive. You understand? At the sharing pattern.
Okay.
How una take know which area fall for band A, which area fall for band B. My people make una no go anywhere. Una welcome back again. We want wrap up this conversation now so that our oga go face other important matter wey him get for hand. You know, say na NEPA official, they go dey call am up and down. Una hear say phone don dey ring since. I don't know whether transformer now don pack up for one area and I make them dey call am. We don't know. So make we let her go attend to a work. Like we dey tell you now, make una go search us on top YouTube. Subscribe, give us on top YouTube. The YouTube address just dey down the screen now. They scroll now at the Portmanteau TV. Search us, subscribe, like us, and then leave comments of every episode where we dey drop. All right, Ogamio, we were talking about the different bands.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask, there was one architect that came on the show some time ago, and I asked him a question that when we were growing up, we knew there are some areas that are mapped out as commercial areas, and there are some areas that are mapped out as residential areas. That was how I think let me use Lagos State for example was planned. You understand? That's why we have places like Odogoyan industrial area, Ilupeju industrial area, Agbara industrial area. You understand me now? So now, what did you put together to identify which band should be to a particular area?
That's good. Firstly, we look at people that can absorb energy and that can pay. That's the first criteria. Now, what I mean by that, I told you our company today, some of our company today who are in band A, they are not feeling what the residential people are feeling.
Now, sorry to cut you in. You know, things have mixed up. You understand? Things have grossly mixed up in this society now. You see some people, like I asked that architect, some people will say he wants to live close to where he's working. Are you getting me now? He will go and rent an apartment there. Maybe that place is industrial area, and that place is on band A. You understand? And he is a resident. He is not into business. He's not working there.
He does not want band A.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now that's where I'm going. I said the first criteria is to look at who can absorb this energy and can pay. As a businessman, that is the first thing you have to put into consideration.
Okay.
You must classify your customer. The industry today, or the company around our various outlets, this is our major focus in our band system. Now, second factor is availability of supply to our end users. As we speak today, in Odogoyan region, let me speak precisely my
where you
area.
represent.
We have 6 feeders that are 11 kV feeders that can wield energy to customers with average of, let's say, 18 hours a day. We also have a particular area in Odogoyan where you have concentration of industries, company, that make our classification perfect. So we have a feeder that is dedicated to band A, where you have 100% industries.
Okay.
We also have a feeder that is dedicated to 90% industries, just 10% residential. Then we also have a feeder that is called band A, who are also supplying 80% of residential. What do we consider when we are trying to classify those feeders? Number one, ability to pay. Nearness to raw material, or nearness to energy. So people that are in Odogoyan now, where we have a injection station, ISS injection station, they have the availability. But the problem now is, can they afford it? Number one, the industries that are there, they are not crying. They are enjoying it because it's more or less lesser than when you look at the alternative. That is perfect. The problem we are having is the residential, who feel that this, yes, they are not denying that they are not getting the supply. The problem of our band A customer is not the supply. It's the affordability.
The tariff.
Yes, that is the problem. So they will tell you, for the past 6 months now, they have not on their generator because they don't have. There's no need of owning your generator because the supply is there. But they are crying that they cannot afford it. But we're also looking at it. A time will come, probably we'll now see how we can reclassify them based on the affordability and also based on profitability.
I'm sure that is clear enough for us to understand. So those of us where they band in, we'll just enjoy 8 hours like they go.
But mind you, all the bands are going to be, we are looking to moving all the band to band A, because that is the mandate of the president. He said he wants everybody to be enjoying 24-hour supply.
The federal government have come out to say by 2027 that they want, that their target is that all Nigerians enjoy a minimum of 20 hours electricity. Fantastic. He said that is their target and their goal. You understand? Now, the Minister of Power, Mr. Adelabu, came out to say for that to be achieved, they will need about $10 billion investment in the power sector. You understand? You are an insider now. I want you to please, within the few minutes, just put us through what are you seeing on ground. I want to remind you, way back, some newspapers used to come out, recently, when in the 1980s, in the 1970s, where government will promise that by the end of so and so year, electricity will become 24 hours. Yet, we never see them. Are you understanding me now? So what are you seeing on ground now that the government are doing, or the steps that they are taking? You understand that should give us rest of mind that truly, come 2027, Nigerians will begin to enjoy at least 20 hours of electricity.
Okay, firstly, if you look at Tinubu, since he came on board, he's the kind of person I've just observed that when he's saying 18, does not go back, irrespective of what the masses is saying. For electricity to be stable in Nigeria, it's not going to rely on the federal government alone. That is where, if you look at that 10 billion he's talking about, it's a private-public collaboration. So that investment that is envisaged is not going to come from the only federal government. It's going to come from private sector. That's why they are trying to liberalize the system to attract more investment. Siemens will come and invest. Some giant power sector in a foreign country, they will come and invest. And when they are investing, they are looking forward for return on investment. So, since the government is focused, they are not shaking, I can tell you for free that between now and 2024, they will get it right.
2027.
Okay, 2027, rather, they will get it right. If they did not yield to the demand that tariff should come down. Because if tariff come down, that means nobody will be willing to come and invest his money or her money into the business. The willpower of Tinubu is quite different from the other people.
Okay.
That's one thing I'm giving to him. When he said 18, he followed it up. And we are beginning to see traction. So this now is trying to see at least living. If they are not making profit, they are no longer having huge losses. Yeah. You understand? If this is sustained, I can tell you, the investor will have reason to inject money into the system to expand, to rehabilitate all the old infrastructure that will make supply stable for every one of us.
But in all this, are you also considering, because we know you want to make profits, you understand, you are a private sector, you have invested, truly, like you said, there must be return on investment. Can our economy sustain this plan? Why I'm saying this, I'm looking at it from the common man angle. You understand? Can our economy sustain this plan? Because at the end of the day, if somebody cannot recharge his or her meter, he will just leave it like that.
You go and steal.
Or you go and start doing bypassing here and there. You understand? So are you also considering this angle?
Okay, well, just as I've said before, there is no perfect system. There's no perfect system. You cannot satisfy everybody at the same time. That is the basic truth. Are people enjoying this tariff now? The answer is yes. Are people suffering from this tariff? The answer is yes, right? So, I think in terms of the economy, the federal government is chewing so many things, that is choking them. You understand?
True.
So, I would have suggested that they should face one sector first and see how it works. So you are just combining so many things together. And we are having this kind of reaction exactly in the nation. But just as you have said, there's no decision policy that will come out that will not affect people negatively and affect other people positively. But the ability to adapt to the change is what that matters. Then I want to encourage those low income earners. If you find yourself in band A, all you just need to do is to restructure your pattern of consumption. You can say, okay, for a month, this is what I have for my energy, for electricity, 10,000 naira. What does that 10,000? 10,000 divided by 209. That will give you about roughly about 50 units. You understand? So what you need to do with that 50 units, you program yourself. In fact, the reason why we are suffering today in this country of electricity because we don't know how to consume this product. Because over time we look at it as a public goods. It's our own. We eat it. So to adjust to reality now become a problem. If you have 4 units a day, 4 units, that is 4 units. 1 time will give you 4 units a day. You can make it. You understand? 24 hours. It's not necessary that you on your light everything at the same time. When your freezer got freezing, put it off sometime. You know, you discover that even this cry we are crying, it will come down because because you're able to adjust to the change. Not using supply the way you used to use it when it was 20 naira.
I understand this because one of my cousins that is in band A. Anytime I go to his place, there is a question I always ask. Una get light here? He go say light. I say why everywhere dark like this? Band A. Exactly. You know, so that is the logic. One final question. There is a new trend now. You know, everybody are like. You know, Nigerians, people are not taking the bull by their horn. You understand? They are opting in the way of solar energy and inverters. In fact, if you go to some newly developed estates now, you discover that the estates come with solar panel or inverter installed. You understand me now? So quickly, how is this affecting your operation? Is it complementing your operation or is it posing a threat to your operations?
It's never a threat to our operation. It's never a threat to our operation. We don't even have enough to give. It's not a threat in the sense that whether you call it inverter, solar energy, we still have a lot of customers that are still demanding for electricity today, which we have not been able to meet their needs. So until we're able to saturate that space, then we will now be looking at every other source as a threat. For now, there's no alternative to power energy as we speak in Nigeria. Those who still have, who is using that, they still have our system as a backup. I'm telling you, all those people that you see today that they have a alternative, solar energy, inverter, all of that, is just for temporary measure. They have the backing of our national grid supply. So you can, even if you want to dabble into it, try it now. try it.
Oh, Mr. Dennis.
Try it.
All right.
The difference is always clear.
It's clear. Thank you so very much. Let me quickly use this opportunity to congratulate you one more time for your election as the president of senior staff electricity congratulations, sir. Thank you for all that you have shared with us on the show today. We hope very soon we'll come back again. We'll call you again if any new developments come up. I'm sure this is a very good platform for you to let the people know about it. Our viewers, now here we go question generator on top the show today. If you want to follow me on top every social media, my handle now at the real talk on top X, on top Instagram, on top Facebook now Osagiato talk. If you want to follow Bobby too, on top Facebook now Bamdele Bello, on top X now at MC Bob Naija, on top Instagram now at MC Bob Naija. No forget say you be Naija. No follow them do wetin go spoil this country name. No do drugs because it no get any better thing where they do for body. All right.